Welcome back. Last month, a viewer asked us if the two tallest buildings in downtown Macon are following proper FAA lighting recommendations. That viewer asked if the BB&T and Fickling & Company buildings should have obstruction lights on the rooftops in order to be visible to passing planes. So we set out to verify. We talked to FAA Public Affairs Representative Kathleen Bergen and the manager of the Middle Georgia Regional Airport, Eric DeLeon. Chelsea Bimeford joins us live from on top of Coleman Hill to tell us what she found out.
Yeah, Frank, from up here you can see that those two buildings, the BB&T building and the Fickling & Company building, really do tower over the rest of the Macon skyline. But are those two buildings following FAA rules? Eric DeLeon manages the Middle Georgia Regional Airport, a hub for Contour Airlines and several privately owned planes. DeLeon says it's important to consider what obstructions surround the facility.
Obstructions are considered things that are of significant altitude or height into the airspace for aircraft that could be traveling that area.
DeLeon says the Federal Aviation Administration recommends large obstructions like skyscrapers, radio and cell phone towers be marked with red flashing lights. About 10 miles north of the airport, you'll find some tall buildings in downtown Macon. But are they following FAA recommendations?
Anything over 200 feet, the FAA looks at.
By email, FAA Rep Kathleen Bergen told us if a building is over 200 feet or close to an airport, the owner has to file a notice that triggers an FAA airspace study. She said lights could be required if the building is close to a flight path or an airport. Bergen says the FAA database lists the BB&T building in downtown Macon at 236 feet tall and the Fickling & Company building at 221 feet, so the agency has studied both. According to Bergen, the BB&T building doesn't need lights, but AT&T filed a new request in April to add a cell phone tower to the Fickling building. Bergen says the FAA recommends adding red lights once that tower goes up. So yes, we verified that both buildings are currently in compliance with FAA guidelines. And I asked Bergen what happens to business owners if they don't follow FAA guidelines. She says the FAA will not fine them, but their insurance could be affected, as well as getting new building permits here locally. In Macon, Chelsea Bimeford, 13 WMAZ News.
All right, thanks very much, Chelsea, on top of Coleman Hill. For more information on building requirements for an FAA airspace study, visit our website, 13WMAZ.com.